Live streaming represents an enormous opportunity for public agencies. Whether you're a water district, an air district, a health department, a police or fire agency, or any other number of public entities, live streaming lets you reach out and connect with the public in new and exciting ways. And live streaming and social media in general is something that I think public agencies need to get really good at. More and more, our smartphones are how we communicate. And many citizens expect to be able to be in touch with public agencies the same way they summon an Uber or find out what movie is playing at a local theater. In this video, I'm going to give you some ideas of what you can live stream about if you're a government agency that realizes the importance of outreach and interaction with the public on social media. I'm so glad that you're watching this. My name is Kerry Shearer, the live stream expert. I teach public agencies, businesses, and entrepreneurs how to use live video effectively to reach more people, build more followers, and create loyal customers for their products and services. I'm a speaker, video producer, broadcaster, and marketing specialist who is passionate about helping your business or agency thrive and stand out through the use of live streaming. Most public agencies who are active on social media have a Facebook page as their main platform. Now, I've mentioned in some of my other videos how Facebook really pushes out live video with massive organic reach. So your video is seen by way more people than a standard static social media post. The organic reach of Facebook pages, unfortunately, is very low, which means that just a tiny percentage of the people who actually like your page will see what your agency posts in their newsfeed, unless that post gets a whole bunch of shares and engagement. Now, everything's different with live video, though, which means it is the place to be. Now, let's assume your agency has already made the decision to get on board and has authorized the use of live video. You're probably asking yourself, what am I going to broadcast that our followers will want to see? Well, as a former longtime public information officer for one of California's counties, I've got some ideas for you. Hopefully this will get you started and get your creative juices flowing. Number 1, news conferences. This is the default way that many agencies get started on live streaming, and it makes sense. Live streaming gives you the ability to broadcast your entire news conference without editing directly to the public, and you can promote or share the feed on all of your social media platforms. It's another good way to get your message out unfiltered, especially if the media doesn't show up at your event in the numbers that you expected because they got diverted to cover some truck accident on the freeway. I've had that happen so many times. I'll get into more detail about this in one of my other videos, but when you are shooting your news conference for live streaming, make sure you shoot it in the landscape mode that's horizontal, not the portrait mode, not vertical. You also want to make sure that you're on a tripod with a good camera position and that you either attach a plug-in microphone from the podium or you're close to a PA speaker so the built-in microphone on the smartphone can pick up the sound and viewers can clearly hear what is being said. You also need to make sure you get a great camera position. In many of the news conferences that I've seen on live streaming, the camera is often not in a great spot and is way too far back. So it's just like this big wide view. You want to be a little closer. If you're setting up the news conference, for goodness sake, stake out a good camera position for your own stream. Another important thing is to start your broadcast a couple of minutes early and have a public information officer act as host. He or she should say hello to some of the viewers as they join and talk about what the news conference is about, kind of set it up, preview what's going to happen, and mention who is going to be speaking. Number 2, community events. Many public agencies participate in community events. I'm talking about things like health fairs, job fairs, technology demonstrations, park openings, building dedications, and those kinds of things. Now, these are all great options for live streaming. Yes, you can broadcast the formal part of the event if there are speeches and ceremonies, but that's not as powerful as doing separate, specific one-on-one interviews with people about the event. Now, maybe you have a celebrity there or a local VIP, could be the mayor or somebody with a special skill or knowledge. interview them on your live stream for 5 or 10 minutes. Make it really interesting, and also take questions from viewers. That can be really engaging content, and it makes viewers feel like the one-on-one is just for them. Number 3, reveal the unvarnished behind the scenes of how your agency does what it does. Often the public has no idea what it takes to pull off the many miracles and tasks that your agency does every single day. So show them. Take them out with the road crews. Take them into the public health lab. Show them the particulate and ozone monitors inside an air quality monitoring station. Take them on a ride-along in a police car or a fire engine. Show them how you do emergency preparedness. That's one thing I remember being totally fascinated watching the Pima County, Arizona Sheriff's Office show us live on Periscope just exactly how they train drug-sniffing dogs in a big warehouse filled with containers and obstacles. They also once set up a CSI-style crime lab to demonstrate exactly how they can find trace amounts of real blood using a chemical and black lights. And you know, Periscope hooks up wirelessly with GoPro cameras, so you can actually suction cup a GoPro to just about any piece of equipment for an incredible point of view, and switch back and forth between the GoPro and your smartphone's camera. If you're a charity or nonprofit, you can show your contributors exactly how people's lives are being changed by the valuable work that your nonprofit does. Video is such a powerful tool, and emotional testimonials from the people who are helped by your organization can tell a story in a way that standard text posts or photos just can't match. I hope you're starting to think about some specific things that you can do here. Let's move on. Number 4, you can conduct question and answer sessions with your viewers and interview subject matter experts. Let your followers ask you questions about a topic area that you select that's relevant to your agency, and then you can answer them live verbally as viewers type in the questions on Periscope or Facebook Live. You know, live streaming is a two-way street, and interaction is critical on social media. People love to be recognized and included. They love to feel like they have input, and that can build connection with your organization. Bring in your subject matter experts to talk about the topics that they're passionate about and knowledgeable about. It could involve a project that is underway in the community that your agency is doing, something at your agency itself, something in the national news that you can localize by talking about that issue's impact on the community, or just a pressing issue that you want to draw some attention to. You can use these techniques to warm up the community and educate them prior to a new ordinance or a law, or maybe a fee change or something that's going to be proposed, so they have a better understanding of the issue and why this is necessary. Let's move on to number 5, how-to demonstrations. People love seeing demonstrations and learning a new skill or being shown exactly how to accomplish something. Anything that is really visual and hands-on is a great candidate for a live stream. For example, a water agency can show viewers exactly how to plan drought-tolerant landscaping or how to check their sprinkler system for leaks. An emergency response agency can demonstrate how to put together a go bag of emergency items that a family would need to survive for 72 hours after a major storm or earthquake. I actually did that on TV once, and it's really effective. Just having the hands-on aspect and showing people stuff, popping it in the bag. Any kind of live hands-on demo can hook and involve viewers, especially if you ask them questions during the broadcast. And speaking of emergencies, number 6, do live updates during emergencies. This is a big one. Your agency is competing with the media and the public to get a message out during an emergency, and frankly, many agencies are just not prepared to do it with live streaming. With the speed of news these days, you can't afford to fall behind in communications. In my opinion, you need to have live streaming tools and know how to use them. You can use live streaming on Twitter Live, you can use it on Periscope and Facebook Live to release approved bits of information and then do recaps of everything known so far about the incident or emergency. I recommend creating a Go kit of your own of live streaming accessories that includes things like a tripod and a smartphone mount, a couple of microphones with a mic splitter, an LED video light, and a retractable banner with your agency's logo on it, so you can put that in the background right behind you. You can set up the setup in minutes in a corner of the Joint Information Center or Emergency Operations Center, and have a live stream location that is all ready to go. It's ready to go live at a moment's notice. I'm going to cover all of that more thoroughly in another video, but if you want to see any of the kinds of smartphone accessories that I just mentioned, you can go to my livestreamtechstore.com affiliate site and see the specific types of equipment that I use and recommend. This is the kind of capability that will immediately position a local government or public agency as being on top of the situation, and in my view, it's really critical to understand that and implement it. Your ability to communicate critical information rapidly to the public in a disaster will have big implications on how your agency or local government is perceived. We've all seen stories about what happens when an agency is slow to respond and acknowledge the situation and talk about what they're doing in a disaster. So there are some getting started ideas for live streams for public agencies. Now, there are so many more ideas out there, but I'm out of time in this video. And before you take off though, would you please do me a favor? If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you'll get notified when I upload new videos about live streaming. I also invite you to share my videos with any of your associates or colleagues who are curious about live streaming and want to know how to use it effectively to build followers, customers, and clients. I'd love to know your thoughts about what I've covered, so if you would, please leave me a comment in the comments section right down below the video. I also have links there to my social media sites and any of my current free live streaming resources that are available. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.